All right, Shalom. This is Ariel Yasharal out of the Lion's Den. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak, Wadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elders and apostle, great millstone, who rule well and teach well. A double honor to my elder as well, Hard One Yasharal, down here in the Lion's Den camp, Jacksonville, Florida. And a sincere Thawada to the Akim and Akwathim and the children that's pushing the truth and believe it with sincerity. Thawada. I want to read this article, and I'm going to go ahead and get into it. The title of the article is Iran Threatens to Crush America's Teeth. The beginning of the article says, the leader of Iran's, I don't know how to properly pronounce that word, Quds Force, specializing in operations abroad, has demanded that the U.S. government remove itself from the region and vow to humiliate the world's most powerful military should it make a wrong move against Tehran, I think. Speaking on Thursday, Brigadier General Ismail Koani of the elite Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and commander of the Quds Force vowed to continue the defense of his country as he praised those martyred, according to the Iranian media. It says, directing his comments towards Washington, Koani said to the U.S. Koani said that the U.S. should be prepared for a humiliation worse than that experienced in Afghanistan, as he called on America to remove itself from the region once and for all. Make sure I'm recording. Koani claimed that for years, the U.S. has crippled Iran with sanctions, but the tide has turned, and it is now the Americans who will suffer. Noting Iran's progress in both military hardware and other technical developments, the commander said the U.S. knows if it makes the slightest move against Iran, its teeth will be crushed in its mouth. Relations between the U.S. and Iran have not improved since the ascension of Joe Biden to the presidency earlier this year. Former President Donald Trump oversaw a deterioration of relations, unilaterally canceling the nuclear deal agreed under the Obama administration and enacting crippling sanctions in Tehran in 2018. Attempts to bring the U.S. and Iran back in line with the terms of the 2015 agreement, which put limits on Tehran's nuclear ambitions, have not yet been realized. And that's the end of the article. So, with that, I want to bring out these few these scriptures. This is Psalms chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, save me, O my power, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Thy blessing is upon thy people, Salah Khan." So it's no coincidence that Iran says that they want to crush America's teeth in their mouth. All right, that's the will and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai moving through them to crush Esau for us. All right, everything is a moving according to his will. This is Psalms chapter 58, verse 6. It says, "Break their teeth, O Yahweh, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord." Khan, and that was a psalm of David. All right, I'm gonna reread it again. "Break their teeth, O Yahweh, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord." Khan, and America's teeth, America's might, is the military. All right, and Iran has now said that their military has got some hardware. They got some big weapons to flex now. All right, so it's all prophecy coming to play. And my last scripture is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18. I'm gonna start at verse 11, and this scripture here is about what was happening in the darkness in Egypt. All right, and it's gonna very, very soon happen here in America once this place is destroyed. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 11. It says, "The master and the servant were punished one The master and the servant were punished after one manner, and like as the king, so suffered the common person. Khan. All right, these upper elites, they don't think themselves common people, but they're going to get the same suffering as the common person. All right, they're going to be greeted with chains and slavery. All right. Verse 12. So they all together had a innumerable dead with one kind of death, neither were the living sufficient to bury them. Khan, and that's all coming here to America. For in one moment, the noblest of offspring, Salakia, the noblest, Khan, for in one moment, the noblest offspring of them was destroyed. Khan, that was the firstborn of the Pharaoh. All right. Verse 13. For whereas they would not believe anything by reason of the enchantments upon the destruction of the firstborn, they acknowledge this people to be the sons of Yahweh Khan. When the firstborns of Egypt had perished, that's when Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah put the spirit on Pharaoh to say the Israelites can go. And right now, Esau's in denial. He's going to forever be in denial because even in slavery, he's going to have his pride. All right. So like I'm gonna reread that. Verse 12. Con. So like it. Verse 13. For as they were not believe anything by reason of the enchantments upon the destruction of the firstborn, they acknowledge this people to be the sons of Yahweh Khan. They will acknowledge the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to be the sons of power, to be Yashar Allah. All right. Where's the destroyed Khan? Verse 14. For while all things were in quiet silence, and that night was in the midst of her swift course, thine almighty word leapt down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction. Khan. And that's what's happening right now. We are seeing the destruction of Egypt happen right before our eyes. This Egypt now, this second Egypt that we're a part of. All right. And it's a very, very beautiful thing to witness. That's why we have to continuously pray, continuously keep our face in these scriptures, continuously keep a spiritual eye towards the things we see, continuously edify the brethren. All right, keep their minds in the scriptures, keep their minds in the heavens as well. All right. Swift course, thine almighty word leapt down, land of destruction. Verse 16, and brought thine unfeigned commandment. Make sure I'm still recording. Con. Verse 15, thine almighty word leapt down from heaven out of thy royal throne, as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction, and brought thine unfeigned commandment as a unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword, and standing up filled all things with death, and it touched the heaven but stood upon earth. Then suddenly visions of horrible dreams troubled them sore, and terrors came upon them unlooked for. Terrors came upon them unlooked for. All right, they're not looking for destruction. They're looking for what they say. They're looking for things to go back to normal. All right, all they want is the so-called American dream. They just want to party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit. That's all they want. They just want to go back to normal. All right, and I'm gonna reread verse 17. Then suddenly, visions of horrible dreams troubled them sore, and terrors came upon them unlooked for. All right, terrors came upon them unlooked for, and when as they scream, peace, peace, surely destruction shall come. All right, and I'm roughly paraphrasing that scripture. So that's what this is. This same darkness, this same terror that came upon Egypt that night is also going to come upon this Egypt, come upon America, aka Rome, Greece, Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon. All right, Iran threatens to crush America's teeth. They not playing. This is the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I pray this is edifying. Shalom.